Hello everyone, Namaskara. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Psychology Patha. I'm your psychologist friend and teacher, Shreya. So today we'll be continuing with the first chapter, that is intelligence. And in that, it's specific. Today we'll be talking about factors influencing intelligence. So according to you, which are the factors that influences intelligence? Please do comment it regarding in the comment section. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So, what are the factors of influencing intelligence? So, factors andre, what are the things that influences intelligence? There are so many aspects that we talk about. Environment irbohudu, ಅಥವಾ ಮಗುದು upbringing irbodu. There are so many. The kind of food the child eats and all that. But today, in particular, in the syllabus, we'll be talking about the two main and important factors that influences an individual's intelligence. So the first one is biological factors and second one is socio-economic factors. So we'll talk in detail regarding how these factors affect an individual's intelligence and has an impact on individual's intelligence. So first, let us talk about biological factor. Biological factor, under that the first important point is heredity. Heredity is nothing but it's the traits that you get from your parents. It could be in terms of your behavior irbahudu, the way you look, the way you talk, your voice. So there are so many factors or there are so many things that you would have inherited from your parents. So the first point we'll be talking about heredity, where we will see how heredity plays an important role in our intelligence. ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿದು ರೋಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So basically it is seen that general intelligence runs in the family. For example, if the mother is very good with reading, writing, there are chances that the child may also have that kind of skills. Athwa if the father is very good with technical skills, software knowledge, there are chances that the child may develop those kind of skills. So it is seen in the family. General skills alla, it is seen in the family because specific skills develop agade once the child starts learning by its own. So to understand heredity has a role to play in the intelligence or not, ಅದರ ರೋಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ there were there was so many studies that were conducted. Okay, there are so many studies that were conducted. So today we'll be talking about one of those studies. So twin studies ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. They conducted twin studies where the study was conducted both on identical twins and fraternal twins. So next question ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್? ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ದ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ದ ಎಗ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಸ್, ಎರಡಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದೇ ಎಗ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ದ ಎಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಇಂಟು ಟು. Okay, so what happens in identical twins is that they look alike. Okay, almost their biological factors are 100% same. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿರಬಹುದು, ಲೈಕ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ, ದೇರ್ ಫೇಶಿಯಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್, ಹೇರು, ಹೈಟು, ಲೈಕ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. Okay, so these are identical twins. So identical twins are born where the one egg gets fertilized. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಪ್ಲಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್. ಫೆಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೂ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಎಗ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವುಮೆನ್ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೋ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬಾರ್ನ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ with a little difference of time they are born, still their traits will be little different. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. There may be differences. Okay, so according to the twin studies, it was found that a heritability of IQ between 57% and 73%, and in some cases even higher. So twin studies alli ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು when they studied with when they did a research on identical twins and fraternal twins, it was seen that almost 57% in the 73% of the intelligence level or the IQ quotient is is very much, is very much heritable. And it can be inherited from your parents. And then parents ಇಂದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. So isn't it interesting that how our hereditary factors play a very important role ಅಂತ? So ಇದೊಂದು study ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು to see how hereditary has a role to play in the intelligence of the individual or the child. So next ಹೋಗೋಣ. So next ಅಲ್ಲಿ so yes, of course, ಈ ಸ್ಟಡಿಲಿ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ they understood that a child's IQ is less affected by intelligence genes than in an adult. See, ಇವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ whether the intelligence is inherited or not, because what happens in childhood andre from the time the child is born till 16 17, as we studied in the previous subtopic, till 16 17 there is brain development in the child, there is development of intelligence. So until the child reaches adulthood, you will not understand how much or ಯಾವ level ಅಲ್ಲಿ the child has inherited those intelligence level from the parents. Okay, next. So there was another studies. So first we saw twin studies where they saw that the heritability inherited ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, that was the experiment. Next is adoption studies. So what they did in adoption studies is, so basically ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು biological parents ಗೆ ಮಗು ಹುಟ್ಟುತ್ತೆ. So ಆ ಮಗುನ they are separated from the biological parents. Okay, so this is basically done to understand how nature and nurture works. Nature andre the environment of the child in which he or she is born and brought up in. Nurture ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮಗು ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ಎರಡು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ ಮಗು ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ these two factors have an influence on the child's intelligence. So it was seen that though the child was separated from its biological parents, the child still had the intelligence level. Okay, so ನೀವು ಅನ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. So I'll give an example. For example, the child is born to a very average parents, like basic average abilities ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು IQ level, but the child is adopted by the parents who are very high with their IQ levels. Andre from the day one the child is brought up by a parent who has high level of intelligence. Okay, so though the child is brought up day one by the from the day one by the adopted parents, it was seen that the child still had the average level of intelligence that it had inherited from the biological parents. So you can see that ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ nature ಅಂದ್ರೆ surrounding matter ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Though the child may have average level of intelligence, it may be good in school performance ಆ ತರ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟ್ರಿನೂ 60% 50% ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ದಿ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ though the child is separated, okay, though the child is separated from its biological parents who are having average level of intelligence, but still this child has this child has average level of intelligence, though it was brought up by a by parents who are highly intelligent. So you can see how hereditary plays a very very strong role in our intelligence. So next we'll talk about nutrition. So ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು question ಇರ್ಬೋದು that Shreya, how come nutrition is a matter in intelligence? It is very important matter and it is very very important. What you eat ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಡಯಟ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ is very very important. Okay, like for example, if you are that kind of a person who follows a healthy diet where you eat all kinds of fruits, vegetables, pulses, vitamin C rich foods. Vitamin C rich foods are nothing but your orange, lemon. So these are the rich vitamin C rich foods that are high on vitamin C, grapes, so pulses. So what happens is that if you eat this kind of food, nutritious food, your intelligence level will not only improve, it will also help your brain to function in a very normal manner without any sort of a problem. But if you're that kind of an individual who's having a sugary diet, tumba junk tinnadu, saturated fat is that the processed food that you have, burgers irbodu, pastries irbodu, they're all high on fat. So what happens is once you keep on consuming high levels of sugar, junk, and saturated fats, there are chances that the individual may develop risk of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is nothing but, the individual starts forgetting, Alzheimer's, dementia. Adralella, the individual starts forgetting things. ಕೆಲವು severe cases ಅಲ್ಲಿ they lose their own identity and all that. So there is risk of Alzheimer's, dementia. It can also impact other brain functionings like learning and as well as formation of brain neurons. See, brain neurons are very important because brain neurons develop ಆ brain ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕಾಗೋದು, decision making, thinking, reasoning ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೋದು. So it is very, very important that as an individual you follow a very healthy diet. So nutrition is one of the factor that plays a very, very important role. And at times what happens is nutrition partly not just you. Ivaga, if one lady is pregnant, she is having all junk food, she's a smoker, adella effect agata magu mele. There are chances that the child may be born with stunted growth of brain irbodu, ಅಥವಾ brain functioning impact ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. And there are chances that at times the father is alcoholic. Okay, so there may be chances that ಅವರ brain ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಸರಿ ಆಗ್ದೇನೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. Their level of intelligence is impacted. So parents, what kind of food they have or what kind of diet they follow is also very important. So nutrition plays a very, very important factor in our intelligence, and it is also one of the most important part. So next, first we saw biological factor. So now we'll be talking about socio-economic factors. Socio-economic factors is nothing but the income your parents earn, ಎಷ್ಟು ನೀವೆಷ್ಟು earn ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, parents ಎಷ್ಟು earn ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, the kind of education you are getting, ನಿಮ್ಮ parents ಎಷ್ಟು educated ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, employment, like what is the employment opportunity your parents have and what are they doing, all that. So all these things matter. Community safety, how safe is your surrounding is very, very important. And what kind of social support you get is very, very important. It could be among your family, friends. So these are the factors that plays a very, very important. So we'll try to understand in detail how are these factors connected to intelligence. So first is income. Income plays a very, very important role. For example, if the family is hardly getting any income, obviously the child will not get proper food to eat. Okay, so the child will not get proper food to eat, or poor thing, the child may be in starvation. So all these things has a very negative impact on the brain development, not just during the initial stage as well as afterwards. There may be chances that the child may not be very intelligent, or the child's thinking capacity is not so great, its brain functioning is not so great because it is not getting the right kind of quality food that is required. So income plays a very important role. And another thing is that, if the family is like ivaga laborers iರ್ಬೋದು, they may feel that okay, what is the necessity to educate the child? We cannot, educate them. So poor thing, ಇಂಥ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, they may be put into labor or parents ತರ. So all these things, though they may be intelligent, but then that gets lost. So income plays a very important factor in the child's intelligence or the growth of intelligence. Next is education. Education first is what matters is how educated are your parents. Andre, what level of education your parents are having. Like for example, there may be chances that if the parents are very well educated, they're graduated and all, the child will understand the importance of education. So therefore, it will be sent to school, you know, it will also be given a good level of education. But if the child is from a background where the parents are not at all educated and they really cannot afford to educate the child, because obviously they're not educated, therefore they don't have any income, there is source of income, they may be working as laborers ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. So education plays a very important role in the child's intelligence level or the growth. ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ the child will learn something new every day. So there is promotion or the growth of intelligence that keeps taking place because the child will learn something or the other new. It will have good social relationships, that could be having good relationship with its teachers, friends. It learn new concepts every day if the child goes to school. But then if the same child, who does not go to school, he's sitting at home because the parents cannot afford to pay the fees. So obviously there is no scope of growth or development of intelligence. So education is very important for the child's growth of intelligence or improving of intelligence. Of course, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ previously employment is an important factor because if the parents are employed, they are earning, then only will they be able to meet the needs of the child. If they are not employed, they are not getting any source of income. First is as a parents, their intelligence level will not be so great because they're unemployed. They themselves don't have employment opportunities. So they will not understand the importance of intelligence, or they will not understand the importance of getting educated and all that. Obviously, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಊಟ ತರದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ because no job, no employment opportunities. So all these factors do impact the child's intelligence. There may be chances that the child may become dull, though it may be intelligence. All these negative factors in the environment may have an impact on the child's level of intelligence. So parents who are employed is very important because not only will they be able to fulfill the child's needs, but they will be also they will be also be able to help them to get the right education that is needed, which will help them to grow in terms of intelligence. So community safety. So community safety is nothing but how safe is the surrounding you live in, and how good is your environment. Very important. If a child is living in an environment where there are people who do theft, drink, they are into all illegal activities, there are chances that the child may pick that kind of qualities, and even in the household, there is lot of fights, aggressive behavior shown by the parents. So there are chances that the child may develop only those kind of qualities. So the community safety is very important. Or at times, the child is beaten up by the parents, because he or she does not listen. So that has a very negative impact on the child. And yes, it does have a huge negative impact on the child's intelligence. Okay, so it'll be like, okay, ನನ್ನ life ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. There's no scope for growth. So therefore, their intelligence is hampered. the kind of social support the child gets is very, very important in the growth of intelligence. Like, if the parents are very supportive to the child, where, they encourage learning, they encourage exploring, so then definitely the level of intelligence will be enriched of the child. But then if the social support is not great, where the parents are not at all encouraging, they don't listen to the child, or they don't encourage their curiosity, definitely this hampers. And if the home environment is not good, where there are aggressive parents, the parents are not so keen on listening to the child, so all these factors do matter, the kind of social support the child gets, not just the parents, it could be the friends, other family members. So if the child gets that kind of encouragement and support, definitely, definitely the level of intelligence is enriched or enhanced in the child. So I hope you liked our video. If you have liked our video, please do comment so that we can improve upon our upcoming videos, and let us know in the comment section regarding if there's any doubts you have. So definitely we'll try to clarify it. If in case you feel that okay, this doubt is not getting cleared, then you can contact me personally. So please do comment, like, share, so that we can reach to more number of students. As we all know, it is very important to have the right kind of material to study for exams. At times we don't find it, like we find one topic in one channel, another topic in another channel, but in our channel we are covering the second PUC psychology Bangalore University syllabus. According to the syllabus itself, we are covering it. So please do share it with your friends, colleagues, cousins, or your siblings who are in the second PUC pursuing psychology. Subscribe so that it will be easier for you to access our videos. Hit the bell button so that you'll get notification from our channel. And as soon as you get a notification, definitely you can watch our videos and make notes. So thank you so much for watching our video. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.